Hello and welcome everyone. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about spanning tree protocol. So STP, spanning tree protocol, is one of the very important layer 2 protocol we have, which is basically used to avoid the loop if we have the multiple redundant link between the switches. So we'll discuss about the STP in detail, that how exactly it's going to work here. So far, we need to understand the scenario where exactly the STP is needed for us. So take an example of a very basic, topology. Let's say we have some switch here like this. Let's say switch, and got one more switch, and got one more switch, three switches, and these switches are connected together like this. The connectivity is there, and the connectivity is from here as well, the redundant link here. And consider this is my switch 1, this is switch 2, and switch 3. Okay, now see, consider the MAC addresses for the switches as well, as this is, let's say, 00 A and 000 B, 000 C is the MAC address of your switches. And consider there is some PC which is connected here. Let's say here is one PC, and here also we have got one PC, and the connectivity is like this. Let's say so far this is, let's say, your PC A, PC B. Take an example. This is my IP address of 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2. Now let's say how exactly the communications take place here. First of all, let's say your PC A wants to communicate with PC B. So what happens, like, go to PC A and give ping. You go to PC A and define this ping 10.0.0.2. Once you define this ping, it is going to generate one of the request, and it will be like, hey, my source IP address is 10.0.0.1. who is this destination 10.0.0.2? give me your MAC address. This is basically one of the request gets generated here, and this is basically your ARP request. This ARP request is broadcast, and this ARP request goes to this. Okay, now what happens once your ARP request goes to this? It is going to broadcast, correct? So this ARP request will be broadcast, means it will send to this interface, it will come to this, and then it will send to this, as well as same request will be sent to this also. Same request will be forwarded here, same request will be again forwarded here, again forwarded here, again forwarded here. This is what happened in one direction. Since this is one of the broadcast request, it will be keep on forwarding, of course, in between the switches here, because you have the multiple redundant link. This is just one direction. Think about this direction now. The request has come to this, the request will be also forwarded to this, this request will come to this, will go to this, will go to this, like this. It will be keep on moving between your switches here. So the major point is, if you have the redundant link between the switches here, the broadcast traffics will be keep on traveling, which will create the layer 2 broadcast storm, and this is also called as layer 2 bridging loops. So multiple frame copies will be there, and this problem can create the congestion in your topology. So how exactly you can go ahead and avoid this issues, layer 2 bridging issues? So you can go ahead and avoid this by using one of the protocol that what we use, which is basically your STP, spanning tree protocol. Spanning tree protocol. And this STP protocols is going to help you to avoid this particular layer 2 bridging loops by disabling one of the link logically. Okay, logically it will disable one of the link and your communications will take place, let's say like this. And if any one of the link fails from here, this link will become active automatically and the communications will take place like this. So STP is one of the smart and intelligent protocol which will make sure to block the redundant link, and it will make sure to um, make the active link once any of the link is going down. So if you look into this particular things you see here, that's what we have seen, like multiple frame copies will be there, broadcast storm, and this above problems are basically known as your layer 2 switching loops. And to avoid the same switching loops, that we are going to use the STP, spanning tree protocols. Okay, so that's it for this particular lecture, guys. I will see you in the next lecture with the advanced things, that how exactly STP can go ahead and resolve the issue and how STP election process take place. Okay, thank you, see you in the next lecture.